Greetings everyone, Lumberg here, and today we're just going to go through my weekly tower defense and just share a couple of tips. I'm not that great at it. I don't usually get the top 5 anymore. There's people that are much better at it. My account, everything is max, so you have the max damage there. In terms of armaments, I try to buy, I do a couple of refreshes here. I think I do 40 and 80. I stop at 120. Try to get some of these orange items. I really don't like the shield one, the orange shield, but I do love these three. So let's go ahead and try to select some of these and see how well we do today. So we're going to hit challenge and we're going to select the armaments. If you can afford it, I really do recommend that you get these boosts, either percentage boost or laser. Most of my formations have heavy laser. You can either get the better rewards or the laser. Let's try to get laser because I really like kind of having that high laser damage and see how we do today. And then for this, the bombs really does help. It'd be nice if you got two, you only get one, but we'll try to do it. I don't really know what smooth mode does, but let's try it. Let's go ahead and hit challenge. And in this formation, really, depending on whether or not you get some good wave and rewards, let's turn off the sound. It really does depend on how well those wave and rewards are. Now that I have all these resources, we can place these. I like to put these two rocket towers here in the center and really surround this place. This is one tip that I do like is that placing the tower here and kind of making it level 3 helps kind of avoid having to put towers here. So if I get some resource percentage boost, I don't mind filling these early places with tower, but usually you want to make that decision later. I love the explosive robots, so we're going to select that. And your rewards are going to be a little bit worse because we didn't do the better rewards as our starting. Our starting that we selected was 40% from the purple and 20% laser damage. Here you can see the 60 on the right side there. And you don't want to set up and use up all of your ore before you see kind of which side is it coming from, this side here or is it coming from this side here. So you want to kind of build up this exit point. Great, we got the buff. We're going to select the laser damage. Let me put on my tracker. So here, this is good because now getting that laser higher really avoids us having to use a bomb when we don't have to and kill those big spider bosses. So let's go ahead and build these up. The corners are great for these slow towers. And then the center, here I like to place the two rockets. And then the other place, and this is not just my formation, I think a lot of people use this formation. Here's another place for the rocket, and here will be the third place. Because I had the orange or starting bonus, there really is, I have a lot more flexibility. So these are pretty terrible. Sometimes here, I think up to level 4, it might be too late to switch now. You can kind of restart it. I don't really care that much. We're not looking for a high score. I'm just kind of talking about some of the strategies. Because we don't have the better rewards, this is not bad because it gives you one more extra award to do. So let's go ahead and select that. Now you can see here's where the creeps are going to come from, or the zombies are going to come from. So we can go ahead and get these. Really, other than these rockets here and in the center, everything else is going to be laser. So we can now fill up the rest with laser. This position right here can reach at level 2. You really want to have them at level 2. I have a lot of ore here. I'm just kind of showing what if I didn't have that ore starting bonus. This is usually how I build it. These positions I like because they can reach around and get stuff here. This guy can reach around and get stuff here. Great. I like the explosive robots. That really does help. The laser combined with the explosive robots is what you really need because the laser kills the big bosses. You don't have that much rocket power, so the explosive robots helps kind of kill a bunch of them that you can't. We're going to slow it down just a bit to just get everything set up. Here in this place, I like to have, notice how in this formation, everybody's coming from this path, and then this is the path that opened up sooner. In that case, you want to kind of keep this side and this side heavily or more leveled up, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to level up these sides because that's where most of them are coming and having a merging point. And now's probably a good time to just do the center towers, the slow towers, and then just here in case somebody creeps through. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to speed it back up and really just fill up the rest with lasers. Focus on the exit point because that's where the choke point is going to be for most of the things. All right, nothing really great here. If there was a purple thing, that would be good. So we're going to select this again. You guessed it. Yep, explosive robots. And now some people are coming from here. So let's just get a couple of lasers. You want to have them in these corners so that they get the bosses for the longest path. So I really like to kind of keep this. The rest of your damage dealers, here in this center will kill everybody, but it's not a bad idea to kind of have these lasers and then these corner towers to level 3 if you can afford it. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to put one more here. We're going to slow it down just a bit. So here I want to show you, this is a variation. I think some people use it. Instead of using a slow tower here in the center, this actually helps slow this side too. So this is a good position for this entry point, especially if you can afford to put one more laser tower here. We don't have that yet, but we'll see how we do. I didn't see that we got any percentage boost. So we're not really getting great with the level end rewards, but this is a good one, the freezing robot, to kill some of those big bosses. Doesn't hurt to have that. So we have 7 explosive mine robots and 1 freezing robot. Let's go ahead and get some level 2s up here, and then we'll increase the speed. Let's put it to level 4. Doesn't hurt to have 1 more laser here. And probably now is a good time. Once you see them kind of creeping through, it's not a bad time to increase these rockets. Usually I like to keep the rockets a little ahead, especially if I have a lot of laser damage boost. Those laser damage boosts is going to do most of your killing. The rockets are there to kill those little dogs that kind of always creep through. So now we've filled the rest of the map with these level 2 lasers. We want to move them to level 3. Level 3 gives you a little bit more range. So here, some good options, but really I love this guy, right? The laser damage. Again, this is my least favorite gold. How well you do really depends on whether or not you get a gold A-bomb or 2, preferably. If you don't get it, this is not bad, but that's my second favorite boost. Okay, so we have the center towers, the rockets at 4. Now, the other way that I like to play it is I want to have all my corner lasers now to level. So now that everything is level 3 here, this can be a little bit weak. Notice that I don't really have, this is probably not a bad one to put at level 3, and then again the corner. So now we're going to put the corners at level 4 and really shore up this guy. So this one, there's no corner here because the rocket's there, but we'll get this guy to level 4. And then this exit point, you really don't want anybody creeping through. This is also not a bad one to put to level 4. Now we can speed it up. We have some good lasers in place. This guy, all the corners to level 4, and that's kind of how you want to build it up. I don't really mind getting these to level 4 either, because then it really catches those big bosses when they start off here, and weaken them enough to where you don't have to use your items, your freezing, your explosive robots to slow them down. So this one would have been useful in the beginning, but now we're already at around level 8, and it's not really that useful. This one, I really don't like that much, so I will select this percentage, but you can already see this is going to be a low-scoring run because we didn't get an A-bomb, right? So we got a bunch of orange choices, but again, it's unlucky, but look at that laser percentage boost, so that's getting higher. This remaining 30% doesn't do it, so in fact, if you get the purple laser boost of 40%, pick that over the gold all damage boost of 30, because lasers really where in this formation you're going to do the most damage. All right, now let's get these to level 3. I think it's time. There's some benefits there, and this is now the time where I'd like to kind of get all of these slow towers to level 3 as well. And I really should have started here. These you can leave at level 2. These you can leave at level 2. but it is probably a good idea to get all of these to level 3. These are going to be a lot of the ones that does your damage. All right, now here in this choke point, because these guys come in, the fastest and the shortest path, you want to always kind of keep this damage, this area, the strongest. So this is really what I recommend in terms of, you can see the formation, but when you upgrade, what really does matter. And, upgrading these guys in this heavy, um, you know, um, traffic path is important because it's not until wave about 10 or 11 where they start coming from here. So you can see now there a couple of them are creeping through, but we're still doing good. Again, we're going to shore up this guy because now he can reach around and even hit this side, right? So there's some good range there, and this is really your main damage area. So we're even going to take even the ones on these corner because you don't want anybody to creep through. And then look at that, beautiful. With that laser percentage, I didn't even know there was a boss. The bosses are dead before they even registered. So that's the benefit of that laser damage boost. What else? This is not a bad one. It reaches around. This is not a bad one. It reaches around. Again, these ones closer to the center are also not bad. We're going to try to get everything around here to level 4 and then finally, move to this area. Let's speed it up. All right, so far so good. Yeah, really not getting lucky with the A-bombs. There's probably some merit to selecting this one now because I just have nothing, right? I have only one freeze and a couple of small explosive robots, but let's just see how well we can do with the damage because we're doing pretty good with the damage. Now 180%, so that's pretty high. Let's slow it down just a bit. And strategically speaking, I think everything here is at level 4. Let's get this guy to level 4. To give us some more range, I really do like this one at level 4. And let's see, let's speed it up a little bit. We're doing okay. We're gonna now just monitor and see how many of these small things come in. Looks like there's a good bit coming in here. Is it worth upgrading one of these? I think so. I really like to make this guy big, this end stronger because you can see the waves coming through. And then let's see. Yeah, they should be able to handle it. And then let's see how the bosses go. See how these bosses are whittling down. I think I should be okay. This is not a bad time to get this slow tower here to level 4. So we might need to use one of the explosive ones, but I think we're doing okay. So this is where having these high power lasers here at the end, they just kind of crush everything. So I'm going to make this guy level 5. That should help kind of control this traffic. See, the bosses aren't a concern. I still might need to use one of these, but let's see. Be careful when you pull it in. I was able to pull it back right back, but if you're not careful, you actually might use it up. It's getting close, but I think we're going to be okay. So I really don't like wasting one of these in this, and I don't like using anything until the very last level. Now, if one of these creeps through, not a big deal. Okay, nothing creeped through. I think we are good. So we're good there. Let's see. Which one do I want to upgrade? Let's go ahead and upgrade this one. So now I have this corner, and that's probably now most of the upgrades that I'm going to be doing is going to be on this half of the map. It's a little too late to put some lasers here, so we probably did waste some of the ore on these slow towers, but I think we're okay. All right, so now you can see not a bad run in terms of nothing doing, right? So the game doesn't like us with bombs, so we're not going to do too good. But let's see if we can hit 40k. With a bomb, we may have been able to clear this level, but still unlikely. With 2 bombs, we definitely would have cleared this last level with that 180% boost. But let's try. Now we have to, this is the one where usually I end up playing many, many times just because, it's just strategically very hard to kind of, let's see, what do I want to do? Which one? Let's go ahead and get this guy to level 5. Let's get this guy to level 5. That way we can save the use of some items. Probably should have gotten one of these to level 5, but let's see how well we are getting this. And you might have to replay this. See how this guy's moving faster than this one? You kind of want it to where they're moving at the same pace and you can use one capture bomb to get them both. So we're not going to be able to kill this, and this might be a good example of where I might want to replay it. I don't want to use this freeze one here. I will just to demonstrate, but see how like this one came in slow? If they both moved in slow, I actually wouldn't have just been able to do it with just one of the little bombs. So if you didn't know this, you can use this replay button to replay any level, right? As long as you do it before you die. So we're going to replay it. We'll speed it up. And you can replay it enough times to where those two bosses slow down just enough and are here in the center, and you can use a bomb to do it. So now we're going to slow it down. Of course, I didn't use upgrade stuff, so we're going to upgrade these. This one didn't slow enough, but this might be okay. These guys are okay. We're going to upgrade that. If I cover it here, see that one slowed down completely. This one didn't. I still need to use a slow speed because even if I use a bomb here, it's not going to kill it enough. So we're going to replay it one more time and see. I know this is it seems kind of silly to do this, but it really does pay off. Now they're both coming in at the same pace. Let's slow it down a little bit, and now it might not be a bad idea to just use one bomb here, and they're actually going to die, so I don't even have to use a bomb. See how they're both slow enough? And now I just have to make sure that I don't have a risk here to where there's just too many of these that crept through. But if one or two of them go away, I'm okay. So you can see I'm not crazy, but I do have to use a bomb because this guy's too strong still. Now that bomb after effect, see, it's enough to kill the big boss. So that was perfect. I was finally, so after all this madness, I played it, 3 or 4 times. My main goal really was to try to not use an item. So now these bosses are coming in slow, so that's okay. So really I'm going to save these bombs here to get all of these little creeps that don't pass through. And now I'm going to use a spread out formation right there. So now it's going to, the lava is going to stay there and kill some of the other ones that are coming in slower. You can see the bosses isn't a concern. And really now, so boss isn't a concern. It's just those little things coming in. One more bomb here should do the trick. And yes, this boss is coming in. I might need to use a freeze over here. Yep. Let's see. Let's just go ahead and use this guy. Enough there. Now let's upgrade some of these. Let's upgrade that, upgrade this. I should be able to kill this one, make that slow enough, all the while damaging here. And now I might need to use one more slow or bomb here. We're doing actually pretty good. So we're going to kill this guy. We have no chance to kill these two. So our goal is going to be kill all the little things that pass through and try to get those, just let the big bosses pass through. So it's not a bad run. I think we're going to do okay. Need to use one more here. And need to use a couple more. Good, good, good. Now I want those bosses to move faster. They're not moving fast enough. I'm not going to have enough bosses to live through, am I? Let's see, bombs. I might. Beautiful. One went through. That was just bad luck. Okay. Let the boss go through. Now let's make these last lasers big. Am I going to survive? I think I should be okay. I intentionally let some of those pass through because my goal is to just survive this level and not use this item if I don't have to. But it's going to be hard. Let's see. Am I going to be able to not use an item? I only have, yep, good there, good there. Perfect. This was a beautiful run of demonstration. I'm glad it worked out that way. I think I'm going to now survive it. These lasers here can focus on the little guys. They should be able to get me through. And the way to get the very high scores is to finish this level with a bomb and items in hand. We had to use all of our bombs, so we just have a freezing robot, which isn't bad. That can get us through one more boss, I think, especially with the laser damage. So not a bad run for demonstration. And here, normally I would pick this guy, but it's not going to help me. I need more items to kind of slow them down. So now we have 2 items. Still didn't get lucky with the A-bomb. If I got an A-bomb here, we could have had a decent, maybe top 10 or top 20 score. Now we're going to be strategic about when we use the items, and then I'm going to just demonstrate how you can, sell some towers and get a little bit higher score. It's not going to make that much of a difference, but early on, I think you get 50% speeds, which is a really good reward if you think about it. All right, now we're going to focus on these two bosses here. Let's get them in. Freezing that one, we'll pause it. We'll sell some of these towers. And really just focus on getting the laser power here as much as possible. You don't need any of these guys because we're just going to be happy if we can finish those two bosses. So I'm selling everything that can't really reach the range that I don't care about. And now let's see. I do want these to be a little higher to kill those little minions that come through. I want these lasers to be a little high. Let's try this. See how that goes. I'll need to use one more here so that they don't creep through. All right, now we'll pause it, even some more. I don't think this guy's doing much. This guy's not doing much. This guy's not doing much. We don't even care about that. Let's get this guy higher, this guy higher. He's targeting the boss here. That's not going to help us. He's targeting somebody that I don't care about. I will now make it slow. The slow tower is helpful. And here I need to increase this guy. So everybody around this is the main guy that I need to kill here. So we'll increase that. Now we'll press play and see. So good, we got one. I think we might be able to get this just in case. This is not really helping me. This guy's not helping. Let's make it a little bit slower there. And I think we'll be okay. Yes. All righty. Not bad, not a bad run. So 43,000. And that should be it. So there you have it. That's my quick run of tower defense this week. And I don't know what happened. I think I got disconnected. Should have registered. Oh man. But at least the video is done if it did record. All right, thank you guys for watching.